NASA's Dragonfly mission is finally going to launch, and this mission could completely change the future of space exploration. This mission will land on Titan, which is the largest moon of Saturn, and there, Dragonfly will search for signs of alien life. But the most shocking thing is, NASA is not sending a rover this time. Instead, they are sending a flying drone. Yes, a real drone that will fly across Titan's surface instead of driving like normal rovers. And this will become the first mission in history where NASA sends a drone to explore another world. This giant drone weighs around 450 kilograms, almost as heavy as a small car. Dragonfly has a special dual-motor backup system, so even if one motor fails, the second one can still keep it stable and flying safely. It has a total of 8 rotors, powerful enough to easily lift this massive machine into Titan's skies. And Titan itself helps Dragonfly fly more easily, because Titan's gravity is much lower than Earth's. For example, if an object weighs 300 kilograms on Earth, it would feel much lighter on Titan. Dragonfly will first enter Titan using a parachute, just like Mars rovers do. But unlike normal landers, Dragonfly will not crash directly onto the surface, as the parachute slows it down during descent, and after crossing Titan's thick atmosphere, Dragonfly will activate its own rotors and perform a powered landing by itself. And honestly, this is one of the most dangerous parts of the entire mission. Dragonfly will land in an area called Shangri-La Dunes, a huge desert region on Titan. NASA selected this location because it is flat and safer for landing. And interestingly, it looks very similar to the deserts of Namibia on Earth. NASA also added a highly advanced automation system inside Dragonfly, which allows it to fly and land completely on its own. And there's a huge reason for this. Signals sent from Earth to Titan and back again, that delay is way too long for manual control. So NASA decided to make Dragonfly fully autonomous. Its sensors can scan the ground, detect safe landing zones, and land automatically without human control. Dragonfly will explore riverbanks, fly across deserts, and travel between different locations on Titan. NASA even installed a drilling and cutting system inside the drone, which will study Titan's extremely cold surface, where temperatures can reach around minus 180 degrees Celsius. Powering Dragonfly was another huge challenge. Solar panels are almost useless on Titan, because only about 1% of sunlight reaches there, and Titan's thick atmosphere absorbs most of that light anyway. So NASA used something called an MMRTG, multi-mission radioisotope thermoelectric generator. Inside it, there's a radioactive element called plutonium, which naturally releases heat while decaying. Then special thermal devices convert that heat into electricity, providing power day and night. And this system also keeps Dragonfly warm in Titan's freezing environment. Interestingly, this is the same technology used in Mars rovers too. And this system also keeps Dragonfly warm in Titan's freezing environment. Interestingly, this is the same technology used in Mars rovers too. NASA's mission is planned to last around 2.5 years, and Dragonfly could explore nearly 180 kilometers of Titan. That is farther than many Mars rovers combined. Now let's talk about Dragonfly's instruments. First, the spectrometer. You can think of it as Dragonfly's nose. It will collect samples from Titan, analyze them, and search for minerals, chemicals, and organic compounds. And yes, it will also search for signs of alien life. But before you imagine green monsters with huge eyes, you should understand something important. Even a tiny microorganism found on another world would still be considered alien life. So if Dragonfly discovers even microscopic organisms on Titan, that alone would become one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Scientists even believe if life exists there, it could survive without oxygen. Imagine organisms that inhale nitrogen instead of oxygen. Next instrument, gamma ray and neutron spectrometer. This instrument can scan below Titan's surface without digging deeply into the ground. It can study the composition hidden underground. And of course, Dragonfly also has cameras. These are basically its eyes, which will capture high-resolution images of Titan's mysterious world. But now the biggest question. Why is NASA so obsessed with Titan? If you skip this part, you'll miss the most mysterious thing about Titan. Back in 2005, Signals and data received from Titan shocked scientists around the world. NASA detected water, hydrogen, methane, and even a nitrogen cycle. And all of these things also exist on Earth. So naturally, scientists started wondering, could Titan also support alien life? Then NASA launched the Cassini-Huygens mission, which traveled toward Titan. And while entering Titan's atmosphere, NASA detected strange frequencies coming from there. At first, scientists thought it was just a technical problem, but after checking everything carefully, they realized the signals were actually coming from Titan itself. Now there are two possibilities. Either Titan's atmosphere naturally creates these strange sounds, or something inside Titan's atmosphere is producing them. Later, when data from Titan was analyzed, scientists noticed something extremely strange. Hydrogen was disappearing from Titan's atmosphere in an unusual way. Hydrogen was being produced normally, but something seemed to be consuming it. And here's the shocking part. On Earth, some microorganisms also consume hydrogen. Another study suggested possible life forms on Titan could even consume acetylene. Scientists also discovered lakes and rivers made of methane and ethane. And even beneath Titan's surface, these chemicals exist in huge amounts. This led scientists to wonder, could some unknown form of life be surviving there using methane instead of water? And then came another massive discovery, cryovolcanoes. These are volcanoes, but instead of hot lava, they erupt extremely cold materials like ammonia and methane. Because of all these discoveries, NASA believes Titan may contain conditions suitable for some form of alien life. But NASA still does not have solid proof. And that is exactly why Dragonfly is being sent there. Dragonfly will try to solve Titan's biggest mysteries, and maybe answer one of humanity's oldest questions. Are we truly alone in the universe? But there's another terrifying mystery about Titan. Scientists notice something impossible there. On Earth, when objects collide, they break into smaller particles, and those particles help create landforms over time. But on Titan, some particles seem to completely disappear after collisions. Where do they go? Nobody knows. And Dragonfly may finally solve that mystery too. So if you want a separate video on Titan's disappearing particles mystery, make sure to comment below. And yes, I've also made a video about China's Mars return mission, so definitely check that out too. So friends, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much for watching till the end. Before leaving, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more space mysteries.